Okay, so our next, let's look on a Chroma Group. So we'll go add this one. And this is kind of interesting effect because it's what creating like distortion around the light. For example, you can see on the middle, it's well located our X, and this is going around the spreading. It's not necessary live effect. If you have this problem with your lens, you probably need to replace on a new lens. This is mostly as art. I'm looking on this, but it is creating this rainbow strikes kind of effect around. It's a very beautiful effect, and I'm using a lot of lens flare, you can see, and it is creating this interesting effect. So let's look what do we have. We have overall position again. It's based from the center. Our lens. We have a brightness. Let me pop up a little bit higher so we can see it. Okay, you can see it is kind of fading when we one end to this. Okay, overall apogee scale, it's referred to the Earth apogee, but overall think about this, it's just general scale of our element. Softness, right here, let's enable it a bit. And the softness, it's just the softness rings of the color. The hoop itself does not get softer, but the rings of the color get stretched out and enlarged. So you can see it's kind of have this effect with bear to this. Okay, next we have it the chroma spread. It's how vibrant and saturated the colors are on our effect. So we can have it from almost black and white to very saturated and color. So it's again, in some cases, right now I'm doing on a black, but when you replace your background for your image, you can see how well they blended together. So you can use your chroma spread. Remember, you also have overall brightness as well. So and this is will affect the brightness, and a chroma will affect the saturation on the colors. Okay, next we have a density. Density, it's how many strikes we have it. So we can have it from 1 right now creating. Okay. And again, we can go almost all the way to 100 or type in even more so we can have it fully applied. Also, noise will apply the randomness inside our strikes. So you can have it from total uniform. We can have it to quite a bit random effect as well applied. So and you can see I also type it inside so you can apply just a little bit as well. Okay, next we have an arc, and you can see the arc position is kind of interesting. We can create it from all the way to the smaller, so you can almost create with a just small effect of the density, maybe from 1 point. Again, it has to play with all of this effect on the softness and lenses. You can create very interesting, in some case, art, kind of artistic effect almost to your lens, so to your effect. Okay, so let's go ahead and next after Chromoscope we have single poly, and we'll look on that before when I was looking on poly spread. So I'm going to the disk. Disk will be similar to what we had in circular spread, but I want to pay a little bit more attention because we have it also center offset, middle ramp, and outside ramp. So in some cases you can see we have it almost like we have it on a glow ball in some effect. We have it as position from the center. We have it brightness of the item, not the fallout. Like on a ball, if you remember, we have it kind of fading effect. Overall scale. Okay, we have it also softness. But notice right now the softness doesn't work, and I'll show you in a second what to enable. Angle. We can apply any. Next, we have a center offset, inside ramp, middle ramp, and outside. So when you notice when we start moving right here, we also start having nice kind of point on the middle. It's too sharp. To create it smoothness, we need apply inside ramp, which is also will increase the side of the ramp. So it is take the edge we currently have it and apply ramp from this edge. So it's pushing our disk to expand as well. So this is kind of to know. And if we want it back, we need to bring back the scale overall. Okay. Now next, let's go look on a middle ramp, and this is this portion of the middle ramp. Okay, so right here. And we also have it outside the ramp. This is a nice option for the disk. A lot of time I will use this when I create, for example, a ring flash effect. So this will work very well to create this ring flash kind of effect on the lens. Okay, one more option we also have, it is the softness. You can see no effect. For this we need enable our smoothness. So let's take softness down. We'll enable smoothness box. And at this point right here, you can see now we start applying smoothness to our inner ramp right here, outside, or center ramp outside. So there, our center right here, inside ramp, it's from point to the middle. We have a middle ramp. It's this bright area in the middle, and outside ramp. So it's kind of different. Almost we can create a perfect dome. Again, the smoothness, you can apply softness to the inner ramp edges with the middle ramp, with the inside ramp and outside ramp. So this is smooth these transitions on an end. Because again, this is just another effect, and in many times you may want to create a different. So let's just we'll reduce this amount. Okay. Duplicate it, have it a little bit offset, reduce maybe the scale. Just make it slightly smaller. So in this case, we can create a different type of the kind of for the lens effect as well, more custom looking type of the middle elements. But again, without the center offset inside ramp, if you want to use it, you can use it circle spread, which is kind of will be similar if you just remove these ramps that on the middle point ones.